We start with major developments in President Trump's crackdown on illegal immigration. ICE agents carrying out raids in sanctuary cities, including Boston, Newark, New Jersey. Newark's mayor says multiple people were detained without a warrant, including U.S. citizens and military veterans. ICE says it arrested more than 500 people just yesterday, which is nearly double the daily average of arrests under the Biden administration in September.
Meanwhile, the 1,500 troops deployed to the southern border have started arriving in Texas. You see them here. They're getting off a plane at an Army airfield in El Paso. Yesterday, we saw a long line of deported migrants walking back across the border from Texas into Mexico. In Seattle, a federal judge in Seattle is temporarily blocking the president's executive order to restrict birthright citizenship for children born to undocumented parents. He's calling it blatantly unconstitutional. NBC News correspondent Aaron McLaughlin is live outside a business that was raided in Newark. So much to talk about on the immigration front, Aaron. We just heard from the mayor there of Newark. How are the cities reacting to these ICE raids?
Well, city officials, Vicky, here are outraged. They're calling what happened at this seafood depot yesterday unconstitutional. According to employees that we've been speaking to, they say that ICE agents arrived unannounced without warrant and proceeded to raid the depot. There was a press conference with city officials and community organizations just a short while ago. We heard from Amy Torres, who's a representative of an organization that responded to calls about the ICE raid. She said members of her organization arrived at this seafood depot as ICE agents were leaving, and she described what unfolded during the raid. Take a listen.
They were heavily armed. There was no prior announcement. They were blocking off entrances and exits. They were scrambling up delivery ramps. They were banging down bathroom doors to make sure no one was hiding inside. And most importantly, as the mayor said, they did all of this without being unable to produce a single name or a single warrant.
Now, according to the mayor, a number of individuals were detained during the course of a raid, including undocumented residents, as well as at least one U.S. citizen who was detained and pressed about his military documentation. Now, we have heard from ICE specifically about that allegation, saying, quote, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement may encounter U.S. citizens while conducting field work and may request identification to establish an individual's identity, as was the case during a targeted enforcement operation at a work site today in Newark, New Jersey. This is an active investigation, and per ICE policy, we cannot discuss ongoing investigations. An employee of the depot tells us that in the end, three employees were taken away by ICE agents. She says that those employees, she believes, were from Ecuador. Back to you.
It's interesting, Aaron. We're sort of hearing these individual accounts, but we're still waiting on some of the data to let us know what that scale looks like, especially compared to previous administration. Aaron McLaughlin for us there on the ground. Aaron, we thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.